We are discussing about database management system, DBMS in short. So database we started yesterday. So database is what you learn is it's a record of our information, whatever we want to record. Record means so that it can be used in future. If we don't use for the future, then we don't store the record, we can remove. If we want a information to be used in future, or if not in future, to be stored permanently, then we make database. There is one example in database. Recently it has been made that a data is created so that it will not be required in the future, but it will always, this data is permanent and it will not be required in future. That is, example is the NRC, the Assam NRC data, the record of your native parents, means your means the record of your native place, where you belong to, your home address, your parent, your grandparent. So those who have stayed in Assam must have experienced what NRC is. So it is a data information that is a permanent. Now it is a permanent set of record. It's a permanent database. It is a information that is not going to change very frequently. It's a set of record. There is another example, the voter information. The voter information, which is we cannot say it is a permanent record, because when a citizen acquired the age of 18, then his name is entered into the database. So that changes time and again, it changes. So two types you can imagine, or you can say both are example of database. So what is database? It's a information that we store. We keep the information so that we require in the future, and even if we not require in the future, it may be stored permanently. And if we do not do that, that information is lost, that we don't get back what we information that is gathered. That is a use of important characteristics of DBMS, that once you store it, you can manage very efficiently. Without DBMS, there will be a lot of problem in doing day-to-day activities, like searching for a record. When we write something, when we write in our when you write your class note, then what happens? You cannot find your class note topic, which page, what topic you have written. Why you cannot find it? Because the starting itself you have not managed properly. That means the structure is not properly maintained, and sometimes you miss class, so that particular day your class note copy will be blank. So that is not a good example of a management system, a database. That is not a good example. But uh, someone who write diary, some of you must have uh, this habit, that is a habit of writing diary. So day to day activity, what you performed yesterday, so you write it down, so that it becomes a memory. That is a kind of a record. It is not a database, it is only a record. It is only a record. So we just record what is happened that day, and that is not a DBMS, that is not a database. Similarly, when we go to visit any vacation, we go to visit any tourist spot, we collect photograph and we keep it in our album. So all of us have experienced the photo album. Nowadays it is use is very limited, very less, but in earlier 10-15 years ago, people used to click photo, take print out and put it in album. That is your photo album. That is like a file. You go to purchase, you go to a photo, you go to any studio and you can purchase album, and inside you can put photographs. But nowadays the trend has decreased. So when we take photo, we upload in the Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or WhatsApp, like that. So when we take photo and we put it in album, that is also a record, it is not a database. So so there is a difference. Simply to collect information is not database, it becomes a record, only a record. Record and database is two different, little means it is little similar, but not exactly the same. So what is means I mean to say a record, and what is a database. So when we go to any vacation in your winter or summer break, you go to visit some holiday spot, you collect photo and print and put it in album. That is not a database, it is only a record. And similarly, where your diary is on class note, where you write your daily class note, that is also a record, it is not a database. Similarly, a textbook, if you buy any book, that is also a record, it is not a database. Any book, you buy any book, maybe it may be your technical subject book, or it may be any story book. Whatever book you buy, it's just a record, it is not database. Now what is a database? Now a database is when now out of this is the real life, this is the real example. I am not saying about information technology. Without information technology also you can explain what is a database. So these are some real life example that is not a database. But there is a now in your school day, in your school, when every one of us nowadays also, it is a practice that attendance is taken. In your university, of course, there is a different way of taking attendance, but in school there is one section have one attendance register, and the class teacher take the attendance for the whole that is whole session. That same register will be used by all the teacher for that particular section. So it is also a record, it is not a database. Even though everything is very written very nicely about which day, who is present, who is absent, everything is very nicely it is presented, but that is also a record, it is not a database. That is the real world examples. One of the other example of a database that we can give is that real life example is is the storehouse or warehouse or your godown register book. If you have seen any godown, or if you have seen any grocery shop, or to any place like that, a wholesaler or fair price shop, they maintain a diary, and they write the stock, how much stock is sold and how much stock is remain, and they write the name of the stock and the date, and on the date on which the stock have come, and the date on which the stock is empty. So everything is maintained in a diary. There will be a diary with the manager of the storehouse or the godown, and every day you will make entry that in this particular day, today suppose morning, he will enter that last means what is the items remaining in the godown, and the whole day till evening 5 p.m. many people will come and buy from the godown. So every time he will do minus, every time he will do minus 5 kg, minus 10 kg. Suppose in the morning, suppose there is a 200 kg of some rice or something, and after 5 p.m. Up to 5 p.m. every customer who come and he buy suppose 5 kg, another person come and buy 10 kg. So what the manager will do, he will do minus 5 kg, minus 10 kg. So he will do minus whole day, he will do minus, and at the end of the 5 p.m. he will count the total. In between what can happen, new stock also can come. A new truck has come from suppose outside Assam carrying suppose 1000 kg of rice. So now he will do that amount. He will do what he will do, he will do addition plus. So in the stock he will again in this day, today in this date only he will do the stock, he will do the entry. Now that is a good example of a database. Now there is a difference between all the example and this example, this particular example. Now to the basic database management system. Now when we say management system means you should be able to do some operations on the data. You should be able to do some operations on the data. Like a student who is present today cannot be absent. If today morning if a student has been given present, then he is present for the whole day. Even if he do not do class or do class or whatever, you cannot give him again absent until and unless it is a severe punishment. But that is the situation. In the morning only the attendance is taken in the class by the class teacher. Attendance will be taken in the class by the class teacher, and then the whole day attendance is not taken. That is not a time to time basis. Management is not going on in that attendance, even though daily attendance is taken. But after every 1 hour if you take the attendance, then also it is not going to be called a database, because in database one important feature should be able to modify and delete and update a record. You should be able to modify, update and delete. You should be able to modify, update and delete. So when you have a available amount of unit, you have a unit, you should be able to update, modify and delete. So like that. So a godown, the owner of the godown, he can decide that from today I will not keep sanitizer in my godown. So immediately he can delete that record. So any manager, so who is the manager today? Suppose I am the manager. I come to the godown and I write that sanitizer how much I want. So the owner will come, and what he will do, he will see the record okay, from today I am closing the Senate, so he will do immediately, he will do the modify, he will just cut the sanitizer, no need to take the sanitizer. So day-to-day basis, in day-to-day basis, new items can add, new items can delete, and existing item also can, you can manage and update. You can do plus minus some unit. But in attendance it cannot happen. You cannot tell, oh, from this date this student I will cancel from the class. That generally that case does not happen. So it does not depend upon the wish of the class teacher, that I am the class, I will decide that from today this person attendance I will not be counting. Even if someone does that, then it will be not means if I forcefully I don't take the attendance of the student, however the naughty the student will be, but that is not legal, that is cannot be the true scenario. That is only you can do a hypothetical story, that it is just imagination, that a student is coming and his attendance is not counted. That generally will not happen. However is the naughty the student, but teacher have to take the attendance if the student is present. So you cannot delete a student. Okay, so the attendance is not a example of a DBMS. Similarly, the textbook that we buy, it is a fixed, there is a fixed number of chapter in the book, there is a fixed number of pages in the book. You cannot add, you cannot delete, you cannot modify, anything on the book. You cannot modify new on the book. Instantly you cannot do it, means on the just on this instantly you cannot do it. So book also is a record only, it's just a record. So there are some definitions of this DBMS. So that is example are the real life example in our real world, how we see the DBMS and how we see the record. So there is a difference between this record and DBMS. Another important, means one of the most important and the most important feature of DBMS that separate itself from the record is that you are able to search a value in the DBMS efficiently. You should be able to search a value in the DBMS efficiently. That is the first criteria, is that you should be able to update, modify, delete the collection of information. That is the primary requirement. That if you are information like your class note you are writing, you cannot you are not in a position to update, because notes will be given to you from your means your teacher. So you cannot do anything but rather only copy from the what the teacher is giving. So that is that you cannot modify, you cannot add yourself anything new there. But DBMS, that is the primary requirement, that any information that you have gathered, that you should be able to update it, you should be able to manage it, you should be able to delete, update, cancel, these things. Secondly criteria is that you should be able to search. You should be able to, if you want to find something, then you should be able to search that what is there in your information. When after 1 year, after 1 year of gathering all the information, for example our NRC, or means that is the example taken for DBMS. There are other examples also, like the voter information, the voter information. So that is an example of a DBMS, the voter information, and also the NRC, that is also an example of a DBMS. Now I will come to these two, the voter information, and the NRC record. See, the voter info, these things you can update. You can update your in your voter card. There will be your address. there will be your name, there will be your your siblings, your dependent name, your parents name. These things, some information you can change it. If you are a if you are going to marry, then your surname changes, generally that happens, and then you change it. So these things you can update, you can change. You change your location, you change your address, you go to a new city. So you are still the citizen of India, or if you are from foreign country, your country has a information of the citizen. If you change your address, then you can update it easily. So it is an example of a database management system. And you can delete also. Suppose you leave India and you are no more, you don't want to once you are born in suppose once you are born in India, so you are a citizen of India, and suppose you go abroad and you settle abroad, then you stay there for your life. Then your next generation that is going to be slowly their the voter link with India is going to be deleted. So after, suppose say after 2-3 generations, that record of Indian citizenship going to be deleted. So so these things are updatable. So this citizenship voter information record, these things are example of a database management system where you can maintain, where you can do deletion, updations, these things. And secondly is you should be able to search you should be able to search your name. If you have any database, for example here the voter ID information or your citizen record information of your country, or your NRC, whatever example you can take as convenient, then you should be able to search. Now when you are able to search, there is many way you should be able to search efficiently. That is the word added. You should add efficiently. You should be able to search efficiently. You should be able to search that who is there with who is there by the name, suppose by name, suppose Hazarika is a surname, Gogoi is a surname. So if you type Gogoi, so all the details, information about people with the title Gogoi will be displayed to you. That is one way of searching. Another way of searching is by entering your voter ID serial number. So whatever serial number you enter, it just gives a list of everyone. Means your parent means the same serial number will be there. If you have a NRC record, so one NRC record means your family have one serial number. It is not like a voter ID. Voter ID means your voter ID serial number is unique, and your sister or brother's voter ID serial number will be unique. They are not the same. But the NRC is a ID of the family, of the whole family. Means your grandfather, your grandmother have got a NRC when they were in their time, in that generation. So that ID will be given to your father, and that ID will be shared. So your grandfather, you and your parent, your future generation, all will have that same ID. So when you type that ID, everyone in the family with that ID will be displayed. So you can tell who is belong to whose parent, who is whose uncle. So your uncle also have share the same ID. So that's called the whole family will have one ID only. So you can search someone by the name, you can search someone by the ID, you can search someone by district. So just if you type Kamrup, then all list of all in the Kamrup will be displayed. So this generally happens during the time of election. So when you are going to do when the election is coming, so you want to see whether you are registered or the election commission, they give a notice that if you want to update, because election is coming, if you have to update any information, then you go to the website and update. Or you are not sure that where is your voting center. whether it is near you or far you. So you want to see that where is your voting center. So how will you see your voting center? Either you enter your name, or you enter your voter ID name, or you just enter Kamrup Metro, then list of all the voting centers of Kamrup Metro. So there are, so what I mean is that there is not one way of searching. There may be many multiple way of efficiently finding out that particular information that you stored in. So that is one of the requirement of this management system. Just you collect some information, that does not become a database. You collect information, if you only qualify, it will only qualify to become a record. It just becomes a record. This so many examples are there, and if you are to make this DBMS, then you should be able to instantly, if you want to delete something, you should be in a position to delete something instantly, like your phone number. If you want to delete your phone number, or your record, or your if you want to delete your update your phone number, then you should be in a position to do that. Then only it qualify to be called as a DBMS. And there is the another means the requirement that you should be able to search. So after 1 year, you can imagine how much big collection of information is going to come. Suppose this grocery store, the grocery store nearby you, if you visit to that particular grocery store and you buy something, then in that grocery, the owner of the shop, you see that he just records in the diary. It is a poor way of recording. It is not an efficient way of because after 1 year, when he will suppose he want to just find out that which item was sold most highest number of times. In a grocery shop, there are so many items. There is a shampoo, there is a toothbrush, there is a bath soap, okay, rice, biscuits, so many items. So suppose after 1 year he wants to find which item means made in the most profit, or which item was sold more. For 1 month you can keep a record. For 1 month, for previous month, for a means if you go to the diary, if you go back and from the previous record for 1 month, you can tell that okay, I have purchased 50 kgs of rice, and I have sold all the 50 kg. So that means rice is his shop rice is more demanding. So next time he can buy 100 kg of rice. And if any other item is there that he brought 50 kg and only sold 20 kg, so it is going to be difficult. So then he can tell that okay, this next month I will not buy this item. So now doing by management system and doing manually, two different things. Now if you can tell that sir, the shopkeeper can just look into the basket and can tell that so many kgs of dal has remained, this time I will not buy. So okay, that is also correct, that a shopkeeper can just look into the his nearby and can tell that this many I have purchased, this many dal, this. But monthly wise, suppose you want to, so this information, when you gather this information, when you record so many things, this record, when you search, so that's what I say, you have to be able to search in whatever manner you want. Not only how many kg of rice, means suppose which month most rice was sold, which month most rice was sold. Rice will be sold most when will be the rice sold? Rice will be sold most means during the vacation, because people stay in a house during vacation or something like that. So if you are in a vacation, then people stay in the house, they so like that. Or during Sunday, why shopkeeper bring 10 kilo of chicken extra only on the Sunday? Why not the other day? Because Sunday is a holiday, people stay in home, family, they do get together, and the sale of non-veg items are more. Not only non-veg items, but maybe butter, it may be curd, it may be sweet, it may be dessert. Restaurants, they give offer only on Sunday, and when you now puja season is come, you will see that a lot of offer, every time offer you will be giving. 15 days now, not even 1 month, now you will get lot of offers from the why only in puja and why in these things? Because that is obvious, because people buy more in this kind of festive season. But there are some other information, like there are some other information also, small information, like suppose the trend of biscuit, which biscuit now, when you sell biscuit, when you are in a shop, when there is a owner of a grocery shop, he will have lot of different biscuit of different company. It is not possible for him to exactly tell which biscuit is in trend, because people buy, different people have different choices. Some people like snack, salt, some sweet. So it is not possible for that particular shopkeeper to just blindly, he have to do some thinking manually. If he is a very experienced shopkeeper, then just by roughly he can tell that this product is sold more, roughly he can tell. But from the market profit point of view, suppose definitely, suppose you want to make profit out of your information, whatever information record, the diary, that you are a person, you have maintained a diary, that particular shopkeeper, he has maintained a diary. If he cannot use that information, then that will not be an efficient way of using a database. Means that will be a poor way of managing the database. And for manually, it is not possible. Definitely, however well you try, it cannot be manually. For a human, it is not possible to tell that which biscuit is sold more, or during the vacation, or during puja season, or bihu season, or new year season, which biscuit is sold more, or which items is sold more. Definitely chips and these items will be sold more during the festive season. During the festive season, these items, Coca-Cola, ice cream, chips and snacks, these things sold more. Now I am saying from my observation, but if you go to your previous year, suppose 2019, 2018, 2017, last 3 years, suppose that shopkeeper wants to make profit, he wants to make profit this October, November month. Suppose the shopkeeper wants to make profit, what he will do, he will have to now refer to a DBMS, he will have to refer to a database management system. So before that, all his record that is there manually, he have to first convert it into electronic format. So that is not a easy task. It requires means expert level training is required, because last 3 years his record, if it is there, last 3 years, first thing, day wise, every day he is maintaining the record, what item is sale, what item he has brought from the wholesaler, how many item finishes, which date, what item finish, everything first he have to put into the system, electronic format. Once this thing is done, then he is ready to go and search. He can search in whatever way. He can search in 2018, 17 average, all the last 3 year average in October, which item sold more, which item sold less. So he can predict that, okay, this time also this is going to be the trend, so let me spend more on this item and less on this item. that is a this is can be done. Now this is not possible for a local shopkeeper, but nowadays every shopkeeper uses computer. Means at least few of the shopkeeper uses you have seen in pharmacy, most of the pharmacy there is a computer, they search in the computer. And but that same trend is not coming into the grocery shops now, but because it is because there is a certain limitations are there, even though there is advantages, there are some advantages and there are some disadvantages. Some of the advantages that is already means you can just imagine that the advantage that a system can have if there is a DBMS. You can predict, you can find out, you can count the total the expenses and profit he has made by these things, and also you can find that which item what percentage the people have stopped using. Suppose there is a product suddenly the people have stopped using, and he is not aware of it, but later on he has identified. So if system is there, if there is a electronic system, then from that electronic system and that particular user of the DBMS, he can identify which what is the means most way of making profit, and this is from the point of view of the market. Now this is the point of view from the market. Now every DBMS not necessarily have to be used for the market. Police also have a DBMS. Police also have a DBMS, database management system. FIR, there is a in the High Court, Supreme Court, District Court all have DBMS. That which is the case number, who have filed the case number, what is the case all about. Okay, it is not only that a shopkeeper uses DBMS. Police also use DBMS. Suppose a particular crime has happened. A particular crime is happening every time in the month of February and March. Suppose some event has happened in the month of February and March. Then if the police uses DBMS, then what the police can do, last 5 years they can find the trend of the criminal who is means there is some criminal who leave Guwahati and he come back during February and March. So if there is if there is a February and March, some criminal, suppose if the police want to find who has done that particular crime, so he will go to, the police can go to the DBMS and they can search the previous records, that who is in February and March who have performed the crime. If the same person name appear again and again, last year also February and March this criminal name has appeared, then 2018 also this person name has appeared. That means no need to go and look for any different person. The police can go directly into that person's house and he can catch that person. That is means, so this kind of advantages DBMS provide, but there are certain disadvantages also. One of the disadvantages is the cost. It is very expensive. As you can see, firstly everything have to be convert from manual diary record to electronic record. Everything have to be converted into electronic record, and to do that you should have a training, you should have certification. So without training and certification you will not be in a position to use that software. There is a software that utilizes the DBMS capability, so without training and certification it will not be possible. So that is why, and the people who do it, they take lot of charges. It will be in lakhs of rupees to make a DBMS, but once you do it, then it will be advantageous. So nowadays everywhere there is this online, this you have heard You have heard online examination system, online driving license application, online pollution application, online FIR application, online means case registry application, online medical record application, medical history also. So much advantages of DBMS in medical record. You can just type a person. You are all familiar with this DBMS in hospital. If you show your card, then they will tell which doctor you visited last time, when you visited last time, what bed you have, means what disease you had last time, and which doctor you have visited last time. So many information you can derive out of the DBMS. And health ministry, the health department, Ministry of Health in Assam, they can take this record from all the hospital, and they can find out what disease people are suffering more and more. If people, which is the orthopedic department, more patient is coming in all the hospital in Guwahati. If lungs patient are increasing in Guwahati, that means some problem somewhere. Okay, this kind of information, searching, that is what I say. So when you record something, it is not only just record, you should be able to search, and you should be able to get useful information, so that it gives you some profit in the sense, not in money, but in terms of improved health, in terms of improved security, in terms of improved life security, in terms of economic benefit also. For some people, depend upon who is using the DBMS, who is using the database management system. And for university, there is a database, so that database management can tell which state, which student, which branch more student is getting admission, whether people from Arunachal is more interested in hospitality, whether people from Manipur is more interested in, suppose say, nursing, like that. That means there is some trend is there. Okay, don't take it otherwise, but just I am saying that there is a lot of advantages when you keep record in every infrastructure, in everywhere DBMS is used. Education sector, like in university, education sector, in hospital sector, in your pharmacy, in your shops, in your hotels, in your showroom, shopping malls, police, court, everywhere database management can be used, and there is endless possibility. So there are disadvantages, is that it is very costly, lot of costly, and the training is required. You until and unless you get the training, you will not able to be used, you will not means in a position to utilize the benefit of the DBMS. You have to have certification, or if you should have a training of how to handle DBMS. Okay, so the expertise is required, that is the second. Firstly is the cost, it is expensive. You have to buy very huge powerful PCs, powerful computers, that is free of virus, so that because there will be so many huge record, 5, 6, 10 years of record, and every year you will be getting more information. Out of that, you have to search the most useful to you. One criminal record, if you have to search out of so many huge database of criminal, so that means you can tell. Now in TV and movies, you must have seen that a particular photo of a criminal is searched in the database, and the police can tell that if you remove the mustache of the criminal, you will look exactly the same that is there in the database. That means that person is putting a duplicate or artificial mustache. Yes or no? You have seen movies like that or programs like that, where police, they search the photo of the criminal and can tell that if you remove the mustache of this person, he will look exactly the same. That means this person is putting a artificial. So it's things like that. Expertise is required. Everyone cannot use it. Certification is required. and it is costly, it is expensive. Certifications are required, and database, if memory is complete, then new memory also have to be